Good afternoon. I am going to read one of my favorite fairy tales. I love fairy tales, and I found this one at the local library. I go once a week with my grandsons, and we check out books. Actually, Meyer found it in the board book box that we don't usually get the books out of anymore. And he said, Say, you like this? He recognized the Three Bears and Goldilocks, and I do like fairy tales. Okay, so the name of it is The Three Bears. It is illustrated by Thea Kliros because the uh, fairy tales are handed down. They're from hundreds of years ago, and so you don't really know who wrote them. Maybe the Grimm's brothers wrote some of them, but we're not sure. And anyway, we do know who drew the pictures in here, and it's some cute pictures. And it has a twist on the end of it, I'll tell you that much. Okay, once upon a time in a cozy cottage deep in the forest, there lived a family of bears. Big, gruff Papa Bear, soft, gentle Mama Bear, and sweet little Baby Bear. Okay, and my grandkids like for me to make the voices, different voices if I can, so I'm going to do that with this book. One morning, Mama Bear made a delicious porridge, which is another word for a soup, like oatmeal. Think of oatmeal, not really soup, but oatmealish. She made a delicious porridge for breakfast. It's too hot, said Papa Bear. Let's take a walk in the forest while the porridge cools down. Soon after they left, a little girl called Goldilocks stumbled upon the bear's house. She peered in the window and called, Hello! When no one answered, she decided to go in. The virtual curriculum I teach, kindergarten, had Goldilocks in it as one of their comprehension stories. And it asked, the Goldilocks character is, and it named some traits about her, like silly, funny, sad, or nosy. And the answer was nosy because she just looks in the window and then she goes in. Okay. The girl spotted the bear's porridge on the table and took a bite from the biggest bowl. Ouch! She cried. This porridge is too hot. Next, she ate a spoonful from the medium sized bowl. Yuck! This porridge is too cold. Goldilocks then tried the porridge in the littlest bowl on the table. Ah, she sighed. This one is just right. Goldilocks liked it so much that she ate it all. With a full tummy, Goldilocks went to the fireplace where there were 3 chairs. First, she sat in the biggest chair, but it was much too tall. Then she sat in the medium sized chair, but it was very soft, and she sunk down far too low. Next, she tried the littlest chair of all. This one is just right, she said. Just then, Goldilocks heard a creak. Before she could say, uh-oh, the chair snapped in pieces and Goldilocks tumbled to the floor. Goldilocks tiptoed upstairs where she found 3 tidy beds. Tidy means neat beds. They made their beds before they left. She tried the biggest bed, but it was too hard. Next, she tried the medium sized bed, but it was too soft. Finally, Goldilocks tried the littlest bed of all, and it was just right. And she fell fast asleep. At that moment, the bear family returned from their walk. What's this? Said Papa Bear as he looked inside his bowl. Someone has been eating my porridge. And someone's been eating my porridge, Mama Bear said in dismay. Dismay would be in sadness. Someone's been eating my porridge too, cried Baby Bear, and it's all gone. Papa Bear examined his chair by the fireplace. Someone's been sitting in my chair, he said. And someone's been sitting in my chair, Mama Bear exclaimed. Someone been sitting in my chair too, sobbed Baby Bear. And now it's broken. Look at Baby Bear, he's sad. Oh. The three bears went upstairs. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, growled Papa Bear. And someone's been sleeping in my bed, added Mama Bear, shaking her head. Somebody's been sleeping in my bed too, Baby Bear gasped, and she's still here. Look at those bears. Who do you think's more scared or surprised, the bears or Goldilocks? Goldilocks opened her eyes and was shocked to find three bears staring back at her. Terrified, Goldilocks jumped up and ran out of the cottage. That light lightens up my room, but it also messes with the book. Terrified, Goldilocks jumped up and ran out of the cottage. Baby Bear ran after her, calling, "Don't leave! Come back! Come and play with me!" What do you think she did? I think this ends differently than some of the fairy tales I've read about the three bears. From that day forward, Goldilocks was always welcomed in the bear's house, and they all lived happily ever after. Hey, in second grade, we teach something about lingering questions. Like after you've read a book, do you have lingering questions like, I wonder this, I think that, that was something that's making me think about it. I definitely have a lingering question from that last page, that last half of a sentence where it says, and they all lived happily ever after. My lingering question is, where's her family? Where's her mommy and daddy? And what do they think about her living with the bears happily ever after? But then you have to remember it's a fairy tale. It's completely made up. Hundreds of years ago, it's just a fun story to tell, and it's fun to repeat. And it always has something about the Papa Bear said it's too, or Goldilocks said it's too hot, too cold, just right. And then the Papa Bear complaining, and the Mama Bear complaining, and everything that the Baby Bear had to complain about. Everything was gone. The porridge was all gone. The chair was broken, and she's still in my bed. Cute book. I hope you liked it.